Today I am doing it again. I am pulling back the curtain behind what's going on in the real estate market in Orlando for the spring, March, April. What happened? What's going on? What happened in my transactions? What's happening in the Orlando market? What I'm seeing? Because I know you want to be informed about what's going on in Orlando. So I have my trusty dusty notes here today.
And I have the papers to prove it.
And I'm just gonna help you get an idea of what happened, what's going on, where my world is, my crazy, crazy real estate world. Let me tell you, it is crazy. I have had some of the most interesting moments in the past few months.
Okay, go.
And so you get to hear all about it in today's episode of the Spring Trench Report for March, April. Stay tuned. Hi there, what is up? I'm Kathy Williams, your friend in real estate here in Orlando. I'm with Compass Florida Real Estate, and I'm happy to say that the market is still on fire in the Orlando area. I mean, I guess I'm happy. I don't know if I'm happy or not because I'm getting a little tired.
Are you actually saying that?
It's been nonstop like this for the past 2 years. You know, I would like for it to slow down just a wee bit. And I thought with these higher interest rates, it went up another 0.5%. I thought, you know, hey, it's gonna slow down. We're gonna, you know, kind of see the market stabilizing, and I'm not really seeing that. So let me just start with March, since, you know, I'm kind of going back a little ways here, getting all the way back to March. But let's see, March, we had a house in St. Cloud that went under contract, 4202 Redbird Avenue in St. Cloud. That was a multiple offer situation. Fortunately, my buyers had a good amount of cash that they could put down and that they could go over appraisal with. So we did win that contract. They had been looking for quite some time, and so we're super happy. They said this home was the best one that they had seen so far. It's a pool home, and they're super happy. They ended up doing a lease back. So what that was, part of the offer, in order to make it more attractive to the seller, is we did a lease back. So the buyer closes still in 30 days, and then they give the seller a lease back so that they have time to go ahead and go find another house that they want to buy, which this is a great strategy. If you have a house to sell and you're looking to move, you just get an offer with a lease back, which is not as hard as you would think. It's not that hard at all, because right now buyers are looking for any way that they can stand out with an offer. So being able to do a lease back helped them win this. They did do a lease back for around $1,800 a month to the seller. So that worked out well for them. Now I'm going to move right along to another buyer who bought 737 Ranger Boulevard in Winter Park. This was a really beautiful updated home. If you're familiar with Winter Park, it's either older homes or knockdowns where they've built some fabulous home there. So this home was built in the 70s. It was very dated, but the previous owners had totally updated, and it was gorgeous. It was stunning. It was a pool home. So that was really awesome. Closed for $662, all cash. Excellent transaction. I don't have anything to say. It was really great. There was a bit that when some of these older homes do have issues with the pipes because they use these older pipes, but the buyer happened to know about a new system that's out there where they put a pipe within a pipe, and so they said that's, you know, down the road, that's just what they would do to solve that problem. But other than that, there were really absolutely zero issues with this transaction. Beautiful transaction. And then also there was another one in Winter Park, 260 Rippling Lane. It closed for $635. Again, that one was, it's an older home. Really pretty area though. It's in this Killarney area of Winter Park, so it's really nice, close to Trader Joe's, close to the Winter Park Shopping Village, and, you know, all the great restaurants over there. So that was a really nice home. Those people moved here from up north. And my good friends, the Kalinskis, closed on their new construction home in DeLand at Victoria Hills Park. It's a new neighborhood, and it's, I mean, it's been around for a few years, but this was a new section of the neighborhood, and that sold out so fast. It was amazing. They sold their home on Mockingbird. If you remember my Coca-Cola video, that house, they sold that one in like a hot second, and then they were able to get a month or so. It wasn't quite a month, like 3 or 4 weeks lease back until their new construction home was completed, and then they moved into that, and everybody was happy again. Super easy, sweet, sweet, clean transaction. Very nice. It's so nice, you know, the combination of the older homes and the newer homes and being able to have a part of both of those worlds. That's pretty fun. So now I'm going to go on to a listing that I had here in Baldwin Park. It's the neighborhood that I live in. And this was funny. So this is a townhome, a 3-story townhome in Baldwin Park. We had it listed for $590 and we had multiple offers. And most everybody waived the appraisal. So that means basically, you know, you're going to offer X amount and whatever it appraises at, you don't care. You're going to bring the cash to the table to close anyways. So this one was funny because one of the agents yelled at me.
I assure you, this is not gay.
I hadn't had that happen before, especially when you realize this is a multiple offer situation. People are being on their best behavior because they want their offer accepted. So I called him because I said, you know, actually my seller likes your offer, but you didn't waive appraisal, so they wanted to know if you'd be willing to waive appraisal and then we'd go with your offer. He came unhinged and he started yelling at me and about the market and how terrible it is and how people are greedy and all the things, and I was just like, okay, alrighty. So I don't really need your negative energy right now, but thank you for that. And then he was kind of like, wait a minute, I wasn't being negative. I was like, oh, okay, but you're yelling at me about how crazy the market is and how greedy people are and all that. And I'm sorry, it is the market and it is frustrating and it is unfortunate, but we did not price the property high. His client came in high, so we didn't force them to come into this high offer that they made. We did not do that at all. That was the offer that they made. They came in really strong, really high, but so did several other offers. So we were giving them the opportunity to be in alignment with the other offers, which the other offers were waiving appraisal and the other offers were waiving inspection, which we didn't ask him to do that. We just said waive appraisal. So he said, well, he didn't think that was a good idea and he was not going to counsel his buyers to do that. But then he called me back later and he said, yes, they were going to do it. And he also apologized. He was very, very sweet about it. And he apologized and he said, no, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have gotten so upset. I wasn't angry with you. I'm just angry at the market. And I said, you know what? I totally get it because this market is extremely frustrating. And in this market, my goal is to give every other agent out there so much grace and so much love because we are all like pulling our hair out right now. And he was very grateful that I was being so kind about it. But I totally get it. I mean, everybody, we're losing it on a daily basis, so it's okay. It's totally okay.
Wave your hands in the air. Wave your hands in the air like you just don't care.
I get it. Just breathe, take deep breaths in and then release them. And you feel so much better. But anyways, that was kind of funny, but we did end up getting a great price on that one. It's closing at $640 today, as a matter of fact. And so then I wanted to tell you about a few other transactions. I have to get my glasses out because this is smaller print. We have a few under construction. So a wonderful gal from Miami. I was so impressed with her. She's very young and here she is buying her first home. And we found a house down in St. Cloud in Wiregrass and Hanover Family Builders, $474,431, which is a great price because it's already gone up so much since then. I'm sure that exact same house is going for well over $500,000 at this point. So we got that under contract in March and it's due for probably July delivery. I feel like the interest rates are going to be a challenge for everybody I have under contract for new construction because I have probably like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right now under contract for new construction, and I'm very concerned about them because of the interest rates. So far, nobody seems to be backing out, nobody seems to be run for the hills, but I am concerned because if it's later in the year when they close, well, what are the interest rates going to be later in the year? So it is concerning, but so far everybody's hanging in there. I did have one active buyer who decided to step out of the market. They just felt like they wanted to save up some more money and, you know, just kind of get a little more prepared for this market. But pretty much everybody else that I'm working with is staying in the market. Pretty much everybody is still buying or still selling or whatever transaction they're in. They're not really paying attention to the interest rate as much as you might think they would. That tells me demand is still strong, and unfortunately inventory is still extremely low in Orlando. We still have less than 2 weeks of inventory on the market. I did get a really nice house in Castleberry. I did a video about Castleberry that I'll link up here. It actually, I got some feedback from that video that was kind of negative, and I was not happy about that because Castleberry is a very pretty area. I think any town that you look at. Winter Park even has a little bit of a bad area. Orlando, of course, has a bad area. Windermere, Winter Garden, everybody has a little bit of a bad area, and it's just part of the world we live in right now. So I didn't appreciate the comments about Castleberry because I really think it's a sweet little area, and it's so close to Winter Park. It's so close to like the hospitals. So this couple, doctor and nurse couple, we found a cute house there that is going to be just perfect for them, their little girl and their newborn. So I'm excited about that. That's closing here in a couple of weeks. Yeah, it's just this market is still very, very busy. I'm happy / sad about it because I do wish we had more inventory. I wish we had more opportunities for people to get the home they want. And as a listing agent, it's very frustrating because I'm on the buying side a lot too. And so I know that, you know how frustrating it is to not get a house when you put the effort in to show the house and put the offer in. I know it's very frustrating. And so my heart goes out to people. But you know, my heart's like, I want everybody to win, but everybody can't win.
Right. I totally agree.
And then I got one under contract that's closing this week in Oviedo, and that one is 677 American Holly Place, and it's a gated luxury community. It's very nice, very beautiful home. It was listed for $835 and we got it for $950, which is insanely, I know it's insane, but this is very common in this luxury home, pool home especially, luxury pool home. This home was pristine. It had every single upgrade that you could possibly imagine, and it was gorgeous. And we got it for a mere, $115,000 over asking. But buyers were super happy, and this is the market. I have another buyer that's looking in that price range, and every time we put an offer in, we get beat out. And then when I see it close, guess what? It went for $100,000 over asking minimum, and a couple of times they've been all cash buyers going that high over asking. So when you're in that about $1 million range, don't be surprised that you have to go about $100,000 or more over asking in order to get the house. So that one, that was what it is. I can't say, but they're very happy. They're excited about moving into the home, and I'm sure the sellers are thrilled as well. Then of course you probably saw my recent listing. I just posted a video about it up, and that one is already getting, that's 313 East Highland in Altamont, and that one's getting a ton of showings. I'm sure it's not going to last long. It's going to be gone super quick. I've got a couple more listings coming up in that neighborhood, so stay tuned. And I'm just grateful that you joined me today. Hey, I am here to help you in the Orlando real estate market. It's very tricky right now, and there are so many things that you must consider. You really need to work with someone who is experienced and who knows the market and who does a lot of transactions in the market, so that you can be sure that you're getting a good deal, getting the right deal, paying the right price, and actually getting it under contract, which is kind of the main thing in this market. So let me know if I can help. Reach out to me. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. Stay tuned to my next video, and I look forward to seeing you over there. Bye-bye now.